people will pay you five, 10, even $20,000 or more for that type of mentorship when you structure the offer correctly and when you know how to show up as a high level leader and coach that is certain and convicted they can get them those results. So here's the thing. If you're not convicted and certain about your ability to change lives, if you don't understand how valuable your coaching is, you're not going to be able to share this type of message in a way where they feel it, where they believe you. If you're passing on fear or doubt through your message because you're not sold on yourself, they're going to pick up on the energy. If you are an online coach, specifically an online fitness coach, this video is for you. I'm going to teach you the most important thing to consistently generate more leads, charge higher ticket, and scale your business to multiple six or seven figures. This is exactly what I've done. I'm going to tell you the thing that makes all the difference in the world when you're putting out content online and trying to generate leads and prospects to work with you. Now, first of all, I just want to share with you, when I started coaching anybody, it was in a gym. About 5 years ago, I was doing in-person fitness coaching. Now, I knew that I was more than just a fitness coach. I knew that transformations were more than just fitness and nutrition. Those are really important aspects, don't get me wrong, but there's mindset, there's habits, there's emotional things that are involved. And I understood this. And then when COVID-19 shut down all the gyms, I lost all my clients, all my revenue, everything overnight. And I had a young family to take care of. Now, I knew that the online space represented unlimited growth. I could reach more people. I didn't have to trade time for money. It seemed like the logical step for me. So I pivoted and went online. And the other reason I did this is because deep down inside, I knew that I was more than just a fitness coach. I was a life coach. I could help people overcome depression, anxiety, really shift and elevate their mindset and their habits. I could help them to overcome addiction. I could help them in so many other arenas of life than just working out and nutrition. Now, I knew this because I had done it myself. Don't ever teach anything that you haven't done. Make sure that everything that you're teaching or talking about online is stuff that you had success or experience in. Now, this is the most important thing I want to share with you. When I started putting out content online, seldomly did I talk about fitness and nutrition. I was able to articulate my prospects or my viewers' pain points in such an intimate way that they saw immense value in me. Now, a lot of you, the mistake that you're making is you're talking just about workouts and nutrition. That's all you're showing online. That's good. You want to have a ripped body. You want to know about macros. You want to know how to teach your clients how to implement those habits. Those are life-changing. But here's the thing. The difference between charging $297 a month and 5, 10, or even 20K is your ability to articulate your clients' pain points in such a way where they see you in a different light. You're not like all the other coaches that are just going to put them on a workout nutrition program. Right? You can help them solve the bigger areas and issues that are problematic in their life. And what I mean by that is the first thing you have to do is have empathy and really understand what your prospects are going through. Meaning a guy who's overweight and out of shape, yeah, he needs to work out. Yeah, he needs a good nutrition plan, but what are the other areas in his life that he's struggling in because of that? What about his marriage and the disconnect with his wife? Because maybe he doesn't feel like she's attracted to him anymore. He's not bringing good energy at home because he feels ashamed of himself deep down inside. Or maybe in business and work, he's not crushing it because he doesn't have the confidence and energy he once had. Maybe when he's at home with the kids, he's tired, he's not present, right? Like these are the areas that individuals want to resolve. Now, in your content, if you can help them to understand how your process, your coaching program will alleviate the pain points in these really important areas of their life, now they're going to look at you as a much more valuable coach. And the way that you do this, number one, you have to be vulnerable and open about times that you've struggled with those things in your past. So first of all, you have to know what your clients are struggling with. Low confidence, shame, guilt. Like, what is it, right? Fear that their wife is going to leave them, fear that they're not being a good father. Like, what are the most important areas of their life? You have to be able to intimately understand your prospects, the most important areas of their life and their fears and their pain points. And then if you've gone through similar stuff in the past, you got to tell those stories. When you are open and transparent and vulnerable, what it does is it makes you relatable. Now you're no longer just this perfect looking fitness coach with this great body and, oh, you never miss a meal. You eat all the right stuff. You crush your workouts. Like when you're only posting content like that, people that follow you, they don't relate to you because they feel like you're too far ahead. Like, oh, I can never get there. I can never be like that. So when you open up and tell them stories about your past, like this is what I did. I talked about being in prison. I talked about going through addiction. I talked about my parents leaving me and abandoning me and all the stuff I saw at home and all the trauma I went through. Like I talked about all of the horrible stuff, all the skeletons in my closet. I never held back. And because of that, people saw that I went through similar things as they're going through or they've gone through. So it made me relatable. When you're relatable with your prospects or your clients, they will start to build trust in you over time, right? So when you're relatable to them because you're honest and vulnerable, they start to watch you more. They pay attention more. Then if you're consistent, you build trust. When you consistently show up and post content, you tell those stories, you build trust with them over time. And when you build trust with your audience, that's when they're going to buy from you. That's when they're going to want to work with you. They're not going to ghost you in the DMs or on a sales call. They're going to show a high interest in wanting to get mentored by you. Now, you're not only going to just sit there and talk about the bad stuff. You need to be the bridge that takes them from where they're at to where they want to be. Your coaching program, your process is that bridge that's going to help them to really, navigate that gap. So the way that you articulate this online is when you're vulnerable and open and talking about these stories where you went through these struggles and now you're relatable and they understand that you've been where they're at. Then you talk about what was the change you made? What was the mindset change? What were the habits? What was the change to your environment? Like what was that shift that took place? Maybe it was one big thing like my life events, or maybe it was a series of steps after that big life event. But this is such valuable content because now you're going to document and show people exactly what you did to go from where they're at and where they're stuck to where they want to be, right? And so when you talk about like fitness and nutrition, don't just talk about eating clean to eat clean or working out to work out. Like attach it to something bigger and more meaningful in their life. Like for instance, man, when I go to the gym and work out, I feel so good. I have so much energy. I know I didn't want to work out because I was tired, but I've kept that promise to myself. And I go into my day just feeling so much better because I know I'm doing everything in my life to be my best self. And I'm just showing up at home with my family. I'm more present. I feel more connected to them. I can pass them more love. I'm at home with my wife and we're just, vibing because I'm in a better mood. I'm bringing better energy home. Like that's one example. Yeah, the workout was the catalyst, but what was the effect on those important areas of their life? And you do this all the time. You can talk about business. Why is it important to get up and work out early? Because you develop the right mindset. You're focused in business. You're more productive. You're more decisive and you're a better team leader. And the people around you are going to see that. They're going to pick up on it. It's going to raise their productivity, their level of focus, their attention. And that's how you consistently can scale your business and bring that high level leadership into the atmosphere and the culture of the business that you're creating or running. Like those are just simple examples, right? But think about the stuff that's important in your clients' lives or in your prospects' lives. You need to be able to articulate how your process is going to enhance those areas of their lives, right? So like all my content, I allude to the fact that working out is important. I talk about eating clean and how it gives me energy, but I always attach those habits to more emotionally charged, important areas of their lives, specifically relationships at home, specifically their career, their business, making more money. Like that's what people want, right? They want a good body. They want great relationships. They want to make more money. Guess what? When you develop yourself, you can have that all. If you can coach them and teach them how to become their best self, they can have that all. So you have to get good at articulating that message. So you always want to paint the picture of what them at their best can achieve, what them at their best is going to create in their lives, in their relationship with their wife or significant other, in their relationship with their kids, in their career, in their business, their leadership in that business, their finances. Now you're painting a picture of what your process really can create in their lives, why your coaching is so valuable, why you as a mentor is not just about losing weight and getting in shape. That's one really important facet, but now you're going to help them in all these important areas of their life. Now, the perception that your audience has of you is completely transformed when you do this consistently over time. You're not just another fitness coach out there putting out content, sending DMs like a million other people. You're somebody that can really resolve these deeper rooted issues and help them take their life from here to here across the board. And people will pay you $5, $10, even $20,000 or more for that type of mentorship when you structure the offer correctly and when you know how to show up as a high level leader and coach that is certain and convicted they can get them those results. So here's the thing. If you're not convicted and certain about your ability to change lives, if you don't understand how valuable your coaching is, you're not going to be able to share this type of message in a way where they feel it, where they believe you. If you're passing on fear or doubt through your message because you're not sold on yourself, they're going to pick up on the energy. So before you can charge high ticket, you need to put in the work to develop your best self. so that you could be the leader and the coach that the world needs. That's so important. And a lot of people miss that, right? It's not just fitness and it's not just nutrition. It's across the board. Are you doing everything to be your absolute best self? When you become your best self, people are going to be drawn to you like a freaking magnet. They're willing to pay high ticket. They want you to be their mentor. They're going to DM you. They're going to reach out to you when they see you position yourself the right way consistently over time. When you can, number one, be relatable by being vulnerable and open about your past. Number two, be consistent so you build trust. And then number three, paint a picture of what your process leads to and attach it to those bigger, more important areas of their lives. The big goals, the dreams, the visions of who they want to be for their family, in their business, like that ideal best self. And I'm telling you, if you do this consistently over time, you're going to generate so many leads. You're going to grow your online coaching business. You're going to crush it and you're going to change a lot of lives. So if this video is valuable, I want you to save it. Make sure you subscribe. And I want you to tag somebody in this video, another coach, somebody that needs to see this message. I'm telling you, this was the catalyst for me going from a guy who was making $1,700 a month as an in-person trainer to making over 7 figures as an online coach and still growing. Now, if you implement these steps right now, I guarantee you're going to be on a better path to growing your online business versus doing what you see everyone else do on Instagram who's struggling. It's all about understanding your prospects on a deeper level, being able to articulate those pain points and really connecting with them through your content. I'm going to keep sharing these messages. I'm going to give you guys all the tips and strategies, the exact blueprint that has worked for me online. Like I said, make sure that you share this video, tag anybody that needs to see this message, and let's go out and change the world.